All right, guys, how's it going? We are broadcasting finally. I'm going to be working on a what would you call it? A model here in Blender. There we go. And I'm just going to transition over to that. Basically, what's going on is I'm making a new short film and creating a model. It involves a time machine, as you can see here. And so what I'm doing is going through and going into Substance Painter and painting each one of these parts and just kind of show you around a little bit. This is a model that is somewhat kit bashed from a big, medium, and small, that's the company name, Mech Kit. So I've kind of kit bashed a bunch of stuff and created a bunch of stuff and have put it together, and I'm retexturing everything that was previously textured as well, and creating this time machine that's very intricate. It has a good 79 parts or 66 parts or something like that in it. And the working lights, so these are all emission shaders for my lights. I will kind of show you here real quick. And hopefully that this broadcast won't crash because it locks up the whole computer. I think I was having a problem either with my virus protection or just a Chroma King background filter. So I turned off both of them. Anyway, but you can see here that this is controlled with the emission. It's got this cool grid work underneath it when it's off. When it comes on, of course, it is able to put out this pretty awesome light. These other lights here work the same way. I believe that this is, where is this at here? Let me find it. This is probably, yeah, the light lens is shooting out these lights, which are all connected together. And when we look at it with the actual lights working here, you kind of see how that works. And if I turn off my heads-up display, it looks a little better. You can kind of see what's going on there. I need to change the balances of the lights, I believe. I think some are brighter than others, but it might just be for the fact that this is actually getting a light cast on it. We'll see. If you're watching, go ahead and say hello. Turning on the, making sure the live chat is up. I'm going to check and see if anybody's watching me the whole time. If you're not, well, then you're missing out, not me. Just kidding. Let's kind of go back here and just put this on a lower res mode here. This is just the material preview. And we're going to open up Substance Painter and get some stuff going in there. And so first things first, what I'll need to do is come in and actually export the next piece that I want to work on. Also, I need to make sure which that piece that is, and make sure all my materials and stuff are set up for it properly. Something this intricate here, I'm not sure that I will do while I'm in the live stream, because I have to go in and separate these, select these polygons and stuff separately to apply different materials to them. For different things, just because I believe that all of that should have different stuff, as well as this piece here, because I want all these end caps to be a different material, possibly things like this edge here. I don't know how hard that's going to be, but we could check. Probably not horribly difficult, like if I alt select some of these edges, and that probably isn't going to be too bad. Kind of like that kind of thing, and selecting the end caps. It's not horrible, but let's do something a little less intense, I think, for this. We could do the chair, one of the chairs here. It does have some specific areas that we need to watch out for, but we can possibly work with that. I'm going to hide everything that's not the chair, and we can figure out what we actually need to do here. Let's find out. So we're going to need a separate materials for the metal parts, separate materials for the cushions, separate materials for screen faces, and so on. I'm thinking about making this part here kind of a mesh, like a diamond plate or something possibly, depending upon, what that should really feel like. But let's figure that out as we go here. The cushion, let's go ahead and go into our edit mode and figure out what I can select and how easily I can select it. That is going to work well because that right there lets me select, say, the cushion by itself. I think what I'm going to do though is select the entire thing, give it overall the metal, for it material. We'll do that first. So we'll just create a material, call this chair metal green. This is going to be like this tank smart material that I have, and we're going to assign that to it, and then we'll come in here and make new ones as we assign stuff to different parts of it. Like here, like for the chair specifically, I'm going to find all the pieces for like the seat and everything. We'll select all those cushion areas. I'm not sure that this one's going to work the same way because, yeah, it's wanting to spread out into there. So I'm going to undo our selection there and then just hand select these head cushion bits like so. Shouldn't take very long. And these will be manually set as to what they need to be. Like so. I think that's all of those that I need. The back will be a completely separate thing. I think that's all the cushion parts. The handrails, all that stuff will be different. So this we're going to create a new material for. We're going to call this cushions, seat cushions. Assign those. Boop. And just to differentiate so we can see what we've done and what we haven't, I'll just pull those down to a darker gray for now. And you can kind of see how that's going to go. In fact, I can take this chair metal green and make this a little bit greener to kind of give you that same idea. I think my seat cushions are still correct. I'm just going to check something. Okay, they are. Yeah, I was just checking because it felt like the seat wasn't selected at the very bottom. I think this back portion should be its own thing as well. I'm not sure if I can select it separately like I've been doing with the Control Plus. Nope. I'm going to have to manually select those, which is not that big of a deal. There's a way I like to select things. The marquee works really well, but if you select it in corners of groups of polygons, it selects all those polygons. It's just kind of a smart way to do it when you get down to having to select the small groupings and so on, like that. Helps you get a lot and be precise about it at the same time. So it doesn't take too much effort, which none of us like to expend. All right, so we'll use that as a separate piece, possibly also, no, because that looks like it's molded into the chair. I think that will work for its own piece for the moment. We'll give it its own material as well. New, we'll call this chair back hump. I don't know exactly what it is, but that's what we will assign to that. So just leave it light for now. I don't know necessarily what that's supposed to be just now. I'm going to select these little bracket thingies. See if there's any more that may need to be the same color. Any kind of the joining bracket things or something. We could even make Well, no, I was going to use something there. How about the bottom of the chair? Let's see if this will... Nope, that's going to select up into that. So let's go ahead and just hand select the rest of it. There we go. Might be a little difficult through here.